What's going on, good people? This is Matt Qualls from Sports Memo and Wager Talk. Hope everyone is having a great Monday and coming off a profitable Sunday. As for myself, I most definitely am not. It was a bloody Sunday, my worst of the year. I feel like my girlfriend broke up with me this Monday, but this train keeps moving on. I am still second in overall profit in terms of the NBA over at Sports Memo, up over 20 units, and we are ready to break down this 8-game NBA slate once again. I'm going to be focusing on the Houston Rockets traveling on the road to face off against the Golden State Warriors. That is a -7 spread for the Golden State Warriors, a 220 total. And as for the money, 83% on the Dubs and 17% going to that of the Houston Rockets. But before I get into this matchup, real quick, I got to talk about a special we have going on over at Wager Talk, because we would love to wish you and your family a happy and safe Thanksgiving. And what comes to your mind when you think of Thanksgiving? Turkey, pumpkin pie, football, and the annual Wager Talk once a year, $69 7-day all-access special. This 7-day all-access special includes every sport from any of your favorite handicappers. And this is key because this Thanksgiving, we know you guys are going to be watching some football. You're going to want to play some bets. Hey, that's what it's all about. It's about getting drunk with some friends and family. It's about eating some good food and watching some football. So take advantage of that 7-day all-access pass over at Wager Talk right now. All right. Now, with that being said, let's get into this game. I'm trying to make these videos 5 minutes or less. So Houston Rockets traveling on the road to face off against the Golden State Warriors. Again, that is a -7 spread. And at this point in time, it's tough for me to align myself with a Warriors -7 spread. And a lot of it just has to do with Steph Curry and his supporting cast. You know, Steph Curry playing better basketball than he did in his MVP years. He is absolutely balling, and his point prop is definitely something we're going to be circling today. 28.5 points. Grab it now rather than later. This is going to climb to 29.5, maybe even 30.5. You know, Steph, in his last game, he still saw 21 shots. He saw 40 minutes. The volume is there. The shooting is there, and he doesn't have a secondary guy. You know, Klay Thompson, not that guy. He's absolutely brutal. He can't create any shots. He can't go to the rim. He's missing open shots on top of that. So he's just not someone I can depend on right now. His line's 15.5. Do I think it should go over? Yeah, I do, but he's just not someone I want to put my money on right now. And then you look at Andrew Wiggins as well. Andrew Wiggins, a lifetime 15-point per game guy, and he's just not been there. He's just not been there. He's not knocking down his threes, anything like that. Last game he did. He did come alive, so maybe this starts trending upward. But the guy that I'm going to be looking to going forward is going to be Jonathan Kuminga. You know, when you see a Jonathan Kuminga point prop, this is going to start climbing as the season goes on, because he is proving to be potentially the second or third best player for the Golden State Warriors, replacing either Klay or Wiggins. But with that being said, 7-point spread is just too big for me for the Golden State Warriors at this point in time. This is a Houston Rockets team that is very different than years past. They run a far slower pace, so they keep games very close. Only twice the entire season have they lost by 7 or more points. Once was to this Golden State Warriors team in Houston. So I think revenge might be on their mind here. You know, they did have a hard-fought game last night against the Lakers, losing 105-104. But this, again, this is just a good Houston team. You know, they got Fred VanVleet now, Jalen Green another year. They got Dylan Brooks, who's a solid defender. Jabari Smith, a tall, lengthy guy who can knock down some outside shots. And then Alperen Sengun is really becoming a very nice center. So it's tough for me to back this Warriors team with the -7. Don't know if this will be an official play. Steph Curry over 28.5 will surely be an official play, because once again, I think he's just going to have that volume of 20 to 25 shots. When you look at players and when you look at their numbers or their prop lines, you want volume and you want minutes. Steph saw 40 minutes. He saw 21 shots. I think you should get 20 to 25. And again, you should go over a 28.5 line in this spot, as long as you're not shooting absolutely brutal, which I don't think Steph will. If he shoots brutal, this Warriors team is going to lose almost every single time with that supporting cast. So 2 other plays that I want to highlight here is going to be Fred VanVleet over 17.5 points. Really like that. He's missed this line 2 games in a row. The entire season, he's never missed more than 3 games in a row with this 17.5 point line. The Warriors also give up the 4th most points per game to the point guard position. He's going against Steph Curry. Steph Curry, not a great defender. If they switch onto Klay Thompson can't even move his feet anymore. So again, I think it's a great spot. And then another guy is Jalen Green. The line hasn't been released, but I'm assuming it's 19.5. He played absolutely brutal last game. 9 points against the Lakers. Twice this season, he has scored 9 points. Twice this season, he has scored 10 points. In all 4 of those games, he rebounded to go over 20 points in the next spot. This would be the next spot against the Golden State Warriors. And I think there's a revenge factor against Golden State. You know, this team has been the bully for years and years and years. Every team wants to go at them. Every team, you know, when you face the Warriors, you give them your best effort, essentially. So they're kind of that team that always has the target on their back. So again, I think this game stays close. And those are my three prop lines that I like. Steph Curry over 28.5, Jalen Green over 19.5, and Fred VanVleet 17.5. Generally, you don't want to pick two players on the same team, so I would just pick one of those guys if you like them, but love the Steph spot. I think Steph definitely goes over the 28.5. That'd be my favorite play from this game. As always, guys, I am Matt Qualls from Sports Memo and Wager Talk. Check me out over at Twitter, MoneylineMatt8. Would greatly appreciate that. I put all my picks and plays up there. I put my same game parlays up there, a little bit of everything, and I'm looking to bounce back from my brutal Sunday, guys. Still second in overall profit at Sports Memo in terms of the NBA. We're up over 20 units in this early season, and I want that number one spot. Let's get it. We're doing it all season long. Appreciate you guys. Matt Qualls, I'm out. Peace.